Hey everybody, it's Derek and welcome back to CRM Tip of the Day's Video Tips, your source for tips and step-by-step instruction on the latest version of Microsoft Dynamics CRM. So in today's video, we're going to continue along our field service discussion and talk a little bit about incident types. So it's been a couple weeks since we did our initial field service demonstration, but I want to keep going with that a little bit. So from an incident type perspective, if you remember, work orders define the work that needs to be done at a customer site when you're implementing the field service application. So somebody's going to go out and they're going to do something. Well, what a field service or what an incident type allows you to do is to better define kind of what those expectations are. So if you're going to go out on site and you're going to do something like fix a printer, you know it's going to take, generally X number of time to do that. 20 minutes to do this, 15 minutes to do this, so on and so forth. So what incident types allow you to do is to define what that process looks like. Here's each step of the process you need to do. Here's an estimation about on how long each one of those items are going to take, and then you can kind of move on your information from there. So let's go ahead and hop in and take a look at how this works inside CRM. So I'm going to go into field service. And when I go into field service and I go into administration. So in administration, I'm going to see an option in here called incident types. And this is where you're going to create those predefined templates that you want to work with. So when I click on incident types, it's going to show me all the different incident types that I have in the system. I'm going to go ahead and click on new. And I'm going to just give this a name. So I'll call this sample item. Then I can come down here and I could see things kind of like, estimated duration. This will kind of pre-fill as I enter information into the service tasks. And we'll talk just a little bit about what a service task is here in just a couple seconds. You also have copy incident type to agreement. So let's say you create an agreement that has different items associated with it. You can copy the incident type to an agreement when you create agreements, which we'll talk a little bit about in another video. And then you also have the capability, if you want to default this to a specific work order type, you can go ahead and define what work order type you want to work with. So maybe this is a break fix situation, so we know that they're going to, if something's broken, we're going to go ahead and fix it. So I'll go ahead and hit save. And that'll create the shell basically for this incident type. Now, if I come in here, one of the options I see is service tasks. So think of service tasks as the actual to-do part of this incident type. So I'm going to go out, I'm going to fix a printer. Well, I have to do this, I have to do this, I have to do this. So for example, let's just say I am going to go out and fix a refrigerator. Now I know nothing about fixing refrigerators, but I'll take a stab at it. So we're going to go ahead and say, first thing that we need to do is check the compressor. So we're going to check the compressor. Or however you spell it. Tells me that we don't have a task type. So now I can go in here and create a task type for checking compressor. When I create the task type for checking the compressor for the service task, it's going to ask me, what is it? I'm going to call this check compressor. How long do I figure this is going to take? Let's say it takes about 15 minutes to check the compressor. I'm going to go ahead and hit save. Now it's telling me that the compressor is 15 minutes, gives me a line item order, which in this case will be the first item on the sample item incident type. So I'm going to go ahead and hit save. Now I'm going to add another one. Maybe in this one, I'm going to check the freezer or check the ice maker, let's say. So now I'm going to come into here and I'm going to check the ice maker. And I don't have anything here, so I'll have to create a new one for check ice maker. Estimated duration on this one's also going to be 15 minutes. And then save and close. And save and close again. And then just for purposes of demoing, I'm going to do one more. And we'll create a new one here called check water source. And let's say that that one is also 15 minutes. So now I have my items, which basically define what happened. So what needs to take place as I'm going through. Now, in addition to this, if I wanted to do things like add products, or if I had services defined in my product catalog, this is where I could also go in and define those individual items. So when I create the work order, it could automatically fill that information based upon this stuff. But we'll go ahead. This work order looks good. So we'll go ahead. We'll save and save this. Now, if I close out of the work order, and I go back into incident types, and I open this sample item up, now you can see that the time has been pre-filled with 45 minutes based upon the fact that we have 3 service tasks associated with them, each with a 15-minute increment. So now if I were to go into my work order and I create a new work order, so I go into Field Service and I go into Create a Work Order and create a new work order. Pick a service account. We'll call this Field Service Demo Account. We'll come down here. We'll choose primary incident type of sample item. Now when I come in here, pick my code for my tax code, save. My items will be right in there. And then so you can see that the estimated duration is in there. It's just taking a little bit to pre-populate my service tasks. Obviously, there's a workflow running behind the scenes. But the nice thing about this is now using these items that you have, you can very, very quickly get your information in there. So that's going to do it for our quick overview into incident types. As you can see, I think they're a great way if you have a lot of commonly reported problems. So, a lot of break-fix type situations. Or maybe you're an auto glass company and there's a very specific methodology that you use to fix the windshield when particular things break. This is a great way that you can go out and define, here's what those items are, here's how long they should take, and now provide your service technicians with a great way to check that information off as they're doing it, and just kind of a consistent policy as you're moving forward. So again, I hope you enjoyed our demonstration. For all of us here at CRM Tip of the Day, this has been Derek saying thanks a lot, everybody, for watching. Take care and have a good one.